Hey, what's up everybody? HTG Brian here, back with more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is level 27, the Copa-Khetanna free play. Feel free to drop some comments and let me know how bad I slaughtered that level name. And if it's all the same, we'll go ahead and keep on with the keeping on. We're going to go ahead and grab all 6 of those Kyber bricks. We're going to get that true Jedi status. We're going to get all 5 of those mini kits and knock off all 3 challenges, which can be actually done in the beginning battle with Boba Fett. Quick reminder, we have quick links down below in the video description, but let's go ahead and talk about these challenges. First, you need to destroy one of Boba Fett's rockets while it is in the air. Pretty simple stuff. We just use a blaster and blast it down. You probably got that in story. We also need to hit Boba Fett with a deflected bolt. Essentially, you just need a character with a lightsaber and press and hold the block button and be patient as the deflections don't always go the way you want. And last but not least, we got trick shot. You got to hit Boba Fett with a thrown lightsaber. This is actually done in the second sequence of the battle when he's flying off of the ship, not on the ship, and we'll show you, don't worry. Pretty easy stuff. And then all the mini kits are like back to back to back right here on this ship. So as soon as we gain control, we're actually going to toggle over to a character with a saber. As I mentioned, it's going to require a little bit of patience and hopefully some luck too. And I say hopefully because as you'll see here, there's sort of a sequence. He shoots these grapplers that kind of like web you up and tie you up. He shoots his blaster with the pew-pews. He jumps around and also shoots a flamethrower at you. So there's a couple of different things, and basically you just got to wait for him to shoot his blaster at you and then deflect it. Now, on the PlayStation, block is L2. So I'm assuming on the Xbox it's going to be the left trigger, and I believe it's ZL on the old Switch. Now, I'm still terrible at the Switch icon, so I apologize. And if you own one and know if it's right or wrong, please drop a comment down below. But as you can see, I'm trying to get close. I'm trying to get away. And as I get close, he tries to run and chase me down. It's like he wants to, like, grapple me up with the sabers or something. But he doesn't even have one. So what is he doing? I never give him a chance to get up close enough, so we'll never know. Well, I guess you might, but I won't. And you can see here, he keeps shooting those traps that try to web us up. And I'm just, like, trying to get close enough to deflect, because I don't want there to be an abundance of ways that the ray can go, right? I want it to go right back to him. I never did find an exact science as far as deflecting these, and there may be a trick to it that we didn't quite learn, and I apologize if there is. But again, if you know something that we don't, drop a comment to help not only us out, but others who might read this in future attempts. Oh, you can see that was so close, but eventually I got it. I deflected that bolt back, again, just by simply holding the block button and waiting for him to shoot his pew-pews, which it took a while, right? I mean, this level is only about 12 minutes long as far as the run time goes. And that being said, a good 2 minutes of it was me just waiting for him to deflect the bolts. So next up, we're going to depleter his meter. And what we want to do is actually make him jump off to the side of the boat. Or I guess it's a ship. It feels like a boat, right? What's that all about? We'll go ahead and there he goes. We've depleted the meter. He's out of here. Now we're just going to keep our saber out, aim towards him by pressing the block and then hitting the other trigger button to toss it. So L2 followed by R2 on the PlayStation. Could be left trigger and right trigger, so on and so forth. Next up, we're going to want to wait for him to shoot a rocket at us, and I recommend switching to a character with a blaster. As you can see, it makes it super easy. Well, the first one was easy. Second one, I was really focusing on him, not trying to shoot the rocket out of the air. And with him leaning back and forth here, you got to sort of compensate for where he's going to be, because it does take a second for those bolts to leave your blaster and make it to where he is. But eventually, if you get lucky, you might actually get to juggle him a little bit, like you can see I'm doing. And again, I do recommend a blaster for this, and specifically a bounty hunter, because their blaster is pew, 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 instead of just pew or pew, pew, right? So, all right, he's done dead. Normally, I would remove this cutscene, but it's actually kind of a funny sequence, and it also leads us right into the next part, which there wasn't exactly a great edit point, so I just left it out. Most of the cutscenes actually have like an intro and an outro, and I can sort of edit those out flawlessly, where it just looks like the game just transitioned from... This one didn't really have that. I mean, my editing skills are pretty superior, so I probably could have made it happen, but anyways. All right, this next section here, I recommend taking out all of the baddies on the ship because they could come and attack you at any point. In fact, there's a lower level and an upper, I should say an upper level and an upper level. We're currently on the lower level. And basically, you just got to make sure that nobody is harassing you. Once you're free and clear, go ahead and run to the front of the ship, or the back, depending on how you want to look at it. And, of course, grapple up top and hop onto the old turret here and take out 4 of these probe droids. Sort of, I guess they're probing around. Again, this one on the far right, you got to sort of compensate and guess where he's going to be versus where he is. And that's my best advice on that. Once you get all 4 of them, it's going to ring off Minikit number 1. Woo to the who. Watch out for those explodey barrels. Now, also, there is a lot of stuff that can earn you some studs here. I recommend trying to get that true Jedi status as soon as possible, just so it's checked off and you don't have to worry about it moving forward, which you saw we just did. Next up, we're going to switch to a character with the grapple ability. I chose R2 just because why not? I love the fact that he can grapple. And once he is up in that grapple point, you're going to want to toggle to your other character. Now, it turns out the upper deck people ran down to try to chase me, and I had to take him out first. But we'll go ahead and drop down to this little secret compartment that R2 has opened up by hanging on that grapple and grab that Minikit. All right, to the upper deck we go. Now, there is some gold boxes. We're going to need to take those bad boys out and, of course, build up the pieces into what turns into a push switch. Now, because there's a little recoil and because the shots are a little wonky at times, I do recommend getting up close to these gold boxes to sort of prevent any kind of distancing between you and your target. Now, once it's all built up, go ahead and push it around, aim it at the other ship up in the air, flip the switch down, watch it pew pew, and bye! All right, we'll go ahead and swoop up the Minikit that it puked out for us. And next up, we're actually going to use the Force to build up this nice little walkway here. However, things don't go as planned. Now, there are 3 boxes you can actually lift and move. I moved the one on the far right, got it up stacked into place. Going to go ahead and move 2 of the ones on the left to give me a nice set of stairs. The reason I'm doing this is up top, we're going to need a gonk droid, and it's just easier to get a gonk up there if you have a nice little walkway. So we're going to go ahead and take out this explodey barrel at the end, wait for those thermal detonators to go off. That's a trap waiting to happen. It's a trap. We'll go ahead and walk to the edge, and you'll notice a target out there. Feel free to yeet your saber or pull out your favorite blaster-based character and hit that target and watch it drop a gonk droid. Hop on the droid, which is a little bit of a funny angle to get that mount prompt, and then let's jump up on our boxes. Okay, so I gotta be honest, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. And I sort of, I thought about like redoing this level, but this was not a me thing. This was a game thing. Like, there's nothing I did that should have caused that to move my stack from the top to the bottom like that. Now, again, I left this in here not so that you could watch me struggle with time and waste your time for watching, but just so that in the event that something like this happens to you guys, you know that you're not alone. There has been a few reports out there based on some of the, what is presumed to be glitches or flaws in this game. And there is a big fix being worked on by TT as we are talking about this level right now. In fact, they put out a tweet yesterday, a little bit dated depending on when you're watching this video, but they put out a tweet yesterday that said, thank you for all your feedback. We're working on these big time bugs. There should be a patch out soon. We'll give you a date as soon as we know. So, you know, that may be a thing of the past by the time you get to this, but just in case, there is a little bit of, you know, sporadic behavior there. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that that is something that happened to me, and, you know, it could happen to you as well. All right, up top, we're going to go ahead and smash everything, including all the baddies. Now, because we've rolled a gonk droid up here, we've actually discovered some buildable bricks that give us a gonk landing pad? Gonk placement pad? Whatever it is, park that gonk on there, watch the hatch open up, jump up and snatch that Minikit, which happens to be number 4. Now, on the back side of that hatch, there's actually some secret handhelds. There's a railing that's sort of busted open, and if you walk towards it, you should be able to spot those handhelds, drop down, go towards the back of the ship, and woo to the who! That should be all the Minikits for both me and you. Now, I got a little bit excited there, jumped off the ledge when I wasn't wanting to. You're going to want to go ahead and use an astromech to complete this puzzle. And again, we're going to solve it from the inside out. Just so you are aware, this would be a decent time to use that save and exit feature, as there is no more collectibles left in this level. However, if you didn't get the true Jedi status, or maybe you just want to give the old smackaroonie to Jabba the Hutt one more time, feel free to go ahead and continue the level like we did. We actually honestly thought about removing this, but I know that we always talk about, like, should we complete the level or should we save and exit? And every time we do, there's always that 50-50, like, half of you want us to quit, half of you want us to finish. So we went ahead and finished. Can I finish? Okay, I finished. All right, so take down the first meter, which will have Jabba yeet his buddy over onto the side there, smashing a bunch of stuff and bringing in a cavalry of bad guys here. So we're going to go ahead and take those down. That's right, shouldn't have messed with us, buddy. And then we do have another meter depleter. It is for the Salacious Crumb, though. His little... we played whack-a-mole with this buddy on a previous level, and I forgot what his name was. But now I remember. Too bad the order was backwards. Anyways, we've gone ahead and taken him down, and he's going to actually retreat to Jabba. I was actually thinking Jabba calls in more bad guys, but you actually have to take down his meter one more time before he does that. He'll toss his Salacious Crumb to the other side, smashing the other purple box, sort of making the ship lean to the left, and more baddies come in to try and save Mr. Hutt. Not today, sir. Not today. Go ahead and finish out the 3 or 4 bad guys that drop down. Don't pay any attention to me getting knocked on my backside there, but we'll go ahead and take them down and depleter Jabba's final meter, which should take us into a cutscene, but guess what? It has been depleted. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to take out the crumb one more time, too. Lots of depleterage. I'll just say that. He jumps up, and I think that... Oh, no, we got one more. Yep, there it goes. All right, Mr. Hutt. Bye. All right, all right, all right. Officially complete. Landing back on Hoth. You know, I'm still wondering, how did that ship change? Like, about 7, 8 levels ago, we landed here on Hoth, and it was not the Falcon. It was another ship. We hadn't been space traveling. We hadn't done anything else. We just landed here, but it just randomly switched the ships up. Has that happened to anybody else? I'm sure it's just a wonky display glitch of sorts. Or maybe it's like the secondary character. I know there's always a secondary character right now, but we always load in as Cody, and we never toggle to anybody else, so it always stays as Cody, but maybe, who knows. All right, all 3 of the challenges done dead. We yeeted a saber, we deflected a bolt, and of course, we took down one of his rockets as well. Boy, I had a little brain fart there. We built up the Rebel A-Wing by finding all 5 of the Minikits scattered throughout the level, and of course got that 6 of 6 kyber bricks, and just in case you were wondering, we did get 1 for completing the story, and there was also 3 rewarded for the True Jedi Stat-I. So we got 3 plus 1 for the kits, so we got them all! Woo to the hoop! Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for level 27, the Copa-Khetanna free play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. As for me though, that's going to do it. As always, until next time, that's all, folks.